Last time, the Slop Tops ventured from the ruined, let's just say it, futuristic office building, lower floor of the Lonely Tower, to a strange laboratory. They fought automatons, giant metal arms, and Daigle nearly died once again in the catastrophic fight. However, they managed to pull through, defeat the mechanical puppeteer, and place the seed into its golden housing, causing everyone to be transported to the strange place that they are now. Thick, dusty chains hang silently and motionlessly down from a very far, distant, hazy ceiling of purple and blue mist. They hang down through dozens and dozens of shattered and broken floors of the tower above. Picture a 50-story building where a boulder fell through the center, crashing through every floor. It's close to what you see. In some places, the entire floors are missing. In other sections still cling to the corners with edges of piping and wires sticking out of the broken platforms. Oddly enough, there's no debris on the ground around you, just a shaggy blue carpet. Oddly comforting. The air is warm here. You can smell sulfur. And also, faintly, a strange animal scent hangs on the air as you awaken from your slumber.
How long have we been out? Wilton. Wasn't
Yes.
somebody supposed to be keeping watch? Everybody's asleep.
What the fuck? I smell it. I fucking smell it.
Daigle's back to fighting
What's with
spirit.
these sons of bitches? Shit. The foot of my bed again.
Jeez, Jeez, man, you're always yelling.
Is it you, John?
You look,
Why the hell would I shit at your fucking
What the hell
feet?
would you? That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Is there shit there?
What did you? What is it? Yeah, don't act like you. Don't act like your nose is stuff. Bone Quag. It was part of you. I'm gonna fucking inspect this turd. I'm gonna fucking slice it up, and if I find a bark in there or some seed or a sapling, you're going down, Bone Crag. You're going fucking down.
a gentle aromatic steam rises from the the apex of the turd.
Seriously, Doug, you gotta stop doing this,
Oh yeah,
man.
that's me. Cause
Like I thought it was enough when you shit in front of the guests, or well, I guess we were guests, but you shit in front of new people. Come on.
so you think it's just some fucking bit that I like to do? Huh? You think I like to shit while I sleep? You think I like to come grab a bunch of turds and just fucking make some big mud pillow out of it? You're sick. You're sick, Butcher. There's something
You're
wrong with
sick.
you.
You're the one doing it. No, in all realness though, I think it's Edgar.
Nah, I've never taken a solid shit like
Does seem like a pretty Edgar
I've
thing
never
to
taken a
do.
solid shit like that before.
You're under suspicion too, Wilton. Don't act like you ain't done shit. You fucking jokester.
If this happens one more time, I swear,
What have I done?
if this happens one more time, we're all lighted up. I'm lighting a torch, and we're checking to see whose arse isn't wiped.
One,
I mean, come on, Wilton. Oh man, it definitely could be you. You always joking around, and he took your silver bar.
I pull my pants down and show my ass.
guys, we've all been wiping in the dark. There's no proof.
You see
yeah,
his creamy white ass. I'm assuming.
Why did
I'm there.
Why did I have to half expect your brown eye to
Describe
be
your
clean,
ass,
too?
Wilton.
I'm sure it's dirty, pimply, probably got hair on it. Probably with a few dingleberries definitely hanging in
I never
there,
thought
though.
a ditch digger
he's a
I
grown
never thought a
man.
ditch digger would have such a clean ass.
That's Edgar's first thought, seeing what you described.
Gotta keep those trenches clear, baby.
I guess that's one way of stopping yourself from getting rashes.
Well, you could put it away. Obviously, you're not going to have a dirty ass with your branches and your leaves. You always got wipes.
I pulled my pants up.
How much health did we recovered from sleeping?
You're back to full health. You guys
Oh,
have had a
hell
full
yeah.
rest.
Somebody had
I
a
don't know what my HP is at.
You guys have slept for long enough to where you have to pick boogers out of your eyes and shit, and your mouth tastes crappy. You know, it's pretty. That's how you know you had a full rest.
That was
I take a swig of water.
comfy little rug.
Oh yeah, we should all juice up.
Yeah,
As you
probably.
dig in-
Drink.
As you dig into your juice bags and begin drinking your earth ale, there's some flakes fall down onto Wilton and Daigle's shoulder. Little orange flakes just kind of fall down from somewhere up high onto your shoulders.
Are they hot or anything, or are they like plant stuff?
Can I
or
roll a
like,
perception check?
Oh, sure.
8 plus 3.
Can I roll 2? A damn Dallas dice roller. Woo!
Yeehaw!
Oh, that's actually, you got 11. That's enough. This is, you can see that these are definitely flakes of rust. And one of the chains, so like hanging from the ceiling, they're big chains. Like the chains have links big enough for you to like put your foot through.
Oh, shit.
And so they're like fucking probably like 5 inches wide, and then like maybe like 8 inches tall per link. They're enormous.
There's a fucking dragon in here.
And there is like 40 of these chains. It's like almost clogging this big entrance of floors. There's like a few feet between each of the chains. And one of the chains you see towards the center is beginning. It wiggles for a moment. It just kind of like rocks and makes the clattery sound, the classic chain sound.
I don't like the sound of that.
Did you guys see that?
Can I?
Yeah, I heard it.
Didn't see it, but I heard it.
Can I use my?
You heard it?
Can I? You said it's dimly lit in here. So it's not like.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's these hazy kind of like, if you look straight up, following the chains all the way to the ceiling, you see that there's kind of this swirling like a blue and purple mist that's at the very top, and it's casting a very faint purple and blue glow all down through this chamber.
Should I shoot at you guys?
Wilton, why does the ceiling look like your
Maybe you
eyes?
should lick it. I don't know.
Inhale it, dude. I legit,
If I can get close enough,
I legit
I'll
thought you
inhale
had
it.
a fucking chicken.
Through your asshole, just pull down your pants and suck it.
I thought
in
you
your
had a
butt.
chicken wing in your
Yeah.
hand. It was a pipe.
There's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah,
I say we should climb.
Yeah, seriously, Wilton, why the fuck does the ceiling look like your eyes?
I don't know. Do you want me to shoot
No,
it?
because last time we messed with
I don't-
something from the sky, it fell on us.
I don't know. Edgar, can you see anything?
Try to
in
see
there?
if I can see any movement. Did I roll for that? All
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, you do have the eyeballs for it.
Yes. All
it's like your perception and your wisdom.
right. It's been a while, so I forgot.
It's been a while.
It always comes to my head too.
Perception +4 and wisdom +0.
Excellent. Okay, 14. So you do catch a little bit of movement at, somewhere. It's hard to tell distance, like if you have to sit here and like count the floors. But there's like somewhere high up, you see that the chain was moved, and a couple of the chains actually move, and you also notice up towards the top, you see it looks like something's just like falling in a straight line. And then you hear a clatter on the floor as a chain begins to like pool up in a circle at the bottom. It is falling from the ceiling and
I got out of the way.
until it's a huge pile of chain on the floor. Just one of these chains falling forms a huge like 10 by 8 foot pile of chains, and like 8 feet tall. Like so much chain.
Maybe it's in the
I'm gonna hastily put away my shit in my bag and grab my gauntlets out.
maybe it's a curiosity in me, fellas, but I feel like we should go up. But make sure you grab a bunch of chains, because those flakes look like rust. And I don't understand why there's moisture up there, but we'll find out.
That chain's pretty fucking big.
Yeah,
How do
we
you
can't
expect
grab
us to
these
carry
chains.
it?
I j-
If our foot can fit through the
Try
chain
to-
links, where these things are going to be heavy as fuck.
climb up a chain, but make sure you have a hold of another chain. That way, if one falters, you have the other one.
I'm not going.
Oh, you want us to scale the chains up? Oh, I got
Well, I
you.
don't see us jumping down.
Can we reach them? Just
Oh yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
wait a
They
minute.
reach down to like just a couple feet above the floor.
I don't know. The way that
okay. Cool.
I thought they were.
Oh,
like,
sorry. Yeah,
higher.
I actually didn't describe how low they were hanging. That's my
I
fault.
thought they were like up in the like a few floors up and stuff.
Make sure you're grabbing 2 chains at once with your footing, just in case one gives out.
Why would I grab 2 chains? I'm sorry.
You guys, it's a little unnerving.
Just in case you ride this one all the way down, I'd suggest you grab another one to hold on to.
It's a little unnerving the way that one fell. So
Yeah.
They're rusted. If you grab 2, you have a higher chance of making it to the second floor.
why don't we just go forward?
I start climbing.
Right? Aren't the chains? Aren't there
Yeah.
just a shit ton of chains like right next to each other too, or are they kind of all spaced out?
What I'm imagining, since these chain links are pretty big, like you could just
You can
basically
climb
them
one.
like a fucking
You can
ladder.
climb one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could probably climb 2. Just have 1 foot in one and 1 foot on the other.
Yeah,
side,
like a ladder.
using the other
Yeah,
side.
so some of them are closer. Like there's several that are like, within a foot of each other. There's a lot of other ones that are more like 2 or 3 feet apart.
Oh, gotcha. I'm just gonna climb on one. I'm just gonna grab one and shake it, pull on it pretty hard, and then I'm just gonna start climbing if it doesn't fall on me.
Okay, and just give me roll a 1d8 for me, please.
That's how much damage you gonna take.
Ooh, 3. Uh-oh. No, I'm just kidding.
Dun, dun, dun.
The chain falls, crushes you
The chain
under
falls,
its weight.
crushes you.
Okay.
You are slowly, your rib cage is slowly being crushed, and your left lung has now collapsed.
A 3. Why'd you have to roll a 3?
Bone crack. Bone crack. Is he making it up there?
Yeah, he begins to scale the chain. When you put your hands onto the chain too, you feel that the entire chain is warm.
Oh, that's gross.
Yuck! It's warm and a little moist.
So it's through different tiers, right?
gross.
Different tiers of the flooring, different rooms, correct? Like,
Yeah. So every 10 feet, you're gonna like get into another floor of the building. But some places the floors are entirely broken to where like just the edges of the floor you can see around the walls, just like a couple inches, like a little ledge. And then other ones, there's like a whole corner of the original floor left there.
Bone crack. How about you get to the top of the first floor? That way we know the chain is safe. The rest of us climbs up that chain and we go from there. We go floor by floor.
I'd just like to say that dumbass seed brought us here. What if when we go into that like foggy light shit up there, it fucking kills us? What if it's like the dew from his tree? I mean, he might be the only one to go through this. Yeah. Dago, go check it out.
What if we're inside that seed?
So, did I
That's
make
what I
it
was
to the first
thinking.
floor?
Yeah, after it's a pretty easy climb because of how well you can like slide your feet into these chains. So after just like 20 seconds, you get up to the first floor.
This
And you're
was
looking around at the
insane.
edges.
I'll go next.
This floor is entirely.
I'll go next, John, because you know what they say.
Okay.
You are what you butcher. And I start climbing.
Roll a d8 for me, Daigle. Yeah, nobody has to roll for climbing because these are really easy to climb. But Daigle begins to ascend. Are you still climbing up higher, Wilton, or are you waiting for Daigle to come up?
So because Daigle wanted us to test the chain, do you want me to take another chain up, Daigle, or do you want me to just hang out until you guys all get up here? Or
I have
what?
this chain here. You could go ahead. You could start ascending. If you fall down, though, I'll try to catch you. But I also need to hold on to this chain in case this one breaks.
All right, then I just start climbing up another chain.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
check
reach over to
it.
another chain.
Yeah, I give it a shimmy.
Okay, tight. Yeah, you move over pretty easily to the other chain. Reach out about 2 feet, shove your foot in the hole, and begin shuffling up that one. Daigle is now climbing up behind you. Anybody else doing anything?
I guess I should follow suit, right?
All right, roll a d8.
I feel like Edgar should have went up first.
Crazy sons of bitches.
You got the Legolas eyes.
Okay. So, John, you begin ascending at the chain, and you guys can all hear like the clinking of his like his badass gauntlets like against the chain as he's like climbing up.
I guess
It's gonna sound like a fucking musical if I fall.
Oh, yeah. Fucking xylophone down the chain.
I guess I'm gonna follow suit. So
Yeah, that's what, if you fall off these fucking chains from like 80 feet up, and you do the xylophone thing, we're gonna call this fucking episode the xylophone solo.
I guess I'm gonna.
Okay, but sorry, you
I was gonna follow, I guess, too. If everybody else is going up them.
Edgar begins to ascend the chains. Roll a d8, buddy.
Oh, fuck me.
That's a 1.
I'm scared. I don't know what the rolling for.
Yeah, I'm
one.
scared.
You rolled a 1. Oh yeah, for everybody curious at home, yeah, we got a 3 from Wilton, 7 from Daigle, 7 from John, and a 1 from Edgar on the mysterious 8 roll. So you begin to ascend, and if you guys want to try to move at the same pace, you guys can move at the same pace. But if you don't, I'm gonna have everybody kind of like roll dexterity, and then we'll get like we'll decide how fast you guys are moving.
I guess we should all kind of try to scurry up there as fast as we can, right? Because I'm afraid these chains are gonna break on us.
Yeah, I just want to get up there as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Safe as I can. Then.
All right, everybody hit them dexes as you begin scrambling up these chains.
Of course, Wilton did.
That's a 20. Ooh, plus 5 XP.
Wonder.
Write that down on your not character sheet, Wilton.
Yeah.
You lost his fucking character sheet.
I got a +2. Yeah.
Wait, why don't you just go off
like-
the
I got a
website?
+2.
Because the guy
Oh.
shut the fucking website down after 15 years, so it lost my goddamn character sheet, and I had to read off this stupid.
You,
ass
you
other
weren't
file.
updating it on Nate. No,
I think you, oh, okay.
that's
Okay.
what I'm just in case.
Well, if you would have. Mm-hmm.
Would
Yeah.
acrobatics work for
Piece of
climb, or
shit.
is that more athletics?
You can use
Could I
acrobatics.
use an acrobatic instead of a dex? Because my dex is +2 and my ac is.
Wait, you want to be
+4.
like a flying Grayson up there?
Ooh,
Nice.
Sure.
dope.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. 13, that brings you up to like a
Yes.
13 or a 12?
Yes.
What is that? Yes, okay. Excellent. Edgar is slow.
Yeah,
as
it's
shit.
because I don't have my tail.
Slow. You can roll a 2 with the tail, buddy. Oh, your tail would be so good for this, though. Yeah, I don't know if people know this at home. I don't know if you brought this up on the pod before, but Edgar wants to mutate into having a tail. It is an option.
with the hand at the end of it. So it's just like,
He wants to be an A-palm.
He just wants to be able to do puppets. With his,
I just want to be able to shove a finger
Okay.
in my ass from behind.
He just wants to. He just wants to sit on that his tail and just use it to masturbate, so it feels like someone else.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
tail on tail.
Wants to give himself a stranger.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh my, oh my. Okay, so Wilton is just fucking shimmying, dude. Like he is. What's it look like as you're like ripping yourself up these chains?
Imagine Donkey Kong just crawling up these chains.
Banana peels falling everywhere. Okay, so yeah, Wilton starts ripping
White
it.
blonde bitch with me too.
He's got the princess on his shoulder. A little Italian guy in a red hat shows up at the bottom.
Who the fuck is this guy?
What are you doing? That'd be fucked up. Okay, so as you jolt ahead of the others with John pretty quick behind you, pretty close behind you, sounds of his gauntlets on the chains. You reach the first corner of floors, like a corner section that's left over floors. It's on the third level, and you see that. In this corner, there's these pipes that are like hanging out of the side. There's kind of like some black goo that seems to have like dried at the edges of the pipe. And there are 3 skeletons sitting on the platform.
Oh shit! I get off right there.
All right. As you guys are climbing up the chains, you see Wilton go off to the side. So Wilton, as you approach these skeletons, you notice that there's like some gear around. There's like a little leather backpack And there is some there's kind of like some bits of leather and threads and shit. It looks like some clothes that have like just fully fallen apart. And there's a fishing pole.
Oh, nice. These skeletons aren't alive. They're just skeletons.
Oh my god.
That's why I said,
As you like step onto the platform, you see the one in the middle. It kind of goes like it bumps up for a moment, and it like rubs its head, and then it looks around, and it goes and it doesn't even, it's not paying any attention to you. It goes and grabs the fishing pole from behind it, and you see it like getting some line and like setting up the pole, and then he reaches into the bag that's right next to you, and he pulls out a fishing lure, and he starts trying to like tie on his lure, and it looks very difficult because he's got no flesh on his fingers.
I can imagine. Can you imagine grabbing
wrapped
string?
its finger in a string and throws it over.
Good day, Mr. Skeleton Guy.
He doesn't have ears.
It looks up to you, and he puts his hand up to like his eyebrow, and he like gives you a little salute, and then he goes and he casts the pole. As you guys are coming up, you see like this like lure, just like a couple of colorful feathers, like falling down through the air on a string in front of you, and you see Wilton standing up on the platform. Yeah.
What the fuck?
What is your obsession with skeletons, man? Like, what the fuck?
I wasn't sure if they were my my homies from the tree.
Well, stop fucking with them.
The mayor. Why?
The skeleton
friends.
puts his elbow into the skeleton next to him, and he points over there, and you see he like kind of moves like he's laughing as he's like pointing at John. And the skeleton that he nudges with his elbow just falls over. It's completely dead.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Are we caught up by now, or are we still fucking?
Yes.
Okay, we're all
everybody's there
here
now.
And it's just a skeleton right here. If he's not doing anything, I'm just gonna leave him there.
Yeah, is there anywhere else to go on this little platform?
No, it's a corner that's like just big enough to where you can like probably 5 people could sit there and hang their feet off of the edge, and there's like a few feet behind it. That's about it. There's just the,
like a
the
little
backpack
alcove?
of the skeleton.
Okay, I'm gonna keep climbing.
I guess following too.
Just
Yeah, I'm
Just
just gonna keep
climbing.
going back up because
As you guys begin remounting the chains, he just like he like waves up to you guys, and then he points at the pole, and he puts his thumb up and just like starts nodding.
I think he thinks he's gonna catch something.
ow, bro.
it looks like he got a bite, mate.
He pulls up the pole and starts reeling it in, and he looks down and he just shakes his head.
Guess not.
He casts his pole out down again.
Hey, Daigle, how are you feeling?
Oh.
What a nice feller.
Just like pushing up.
That's true. You almost died, man.
Oh, that one time he's lost for words.
I did. I'm fine. I'm climbing.
These are facts.
Something. Just need to keep focus. If you don't mind, just like to keep this to myself
Well, okay.
for right now.
Hand after hand, foot after foot, you ascend upwards through the room towards the strange mist in the ceiling. It grows warmer. The higher you go, the warmer it gets. The light is becoming like a more kind of intensely purple shade as you get closer and closer. You guys have now reached up to like the 10th floor. Now you guys are looking 100 feet down, like behind you, and you can see now that the guy's like fishing pole. You can still see it like hanging over the edge, and you see him like pull it, and he's like reeling it up again. And this time you can see a fish flopping around on the edge of it.
The fuck?
He grabs the fish on the end, and he like holds it up with his fingers, and he looks up to you guys, and he's just pointing. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You think that's what he was doing before he died?
This place doesn't make sense to me, man.
Seems like hell just being repeated.
Also,
In case you haven't noticed,
I'm
John.
pretty sure that last place we were at broke Dago.
Yeah. For the last couple of, I don't know fucking for how long, nothing has been making any sense. For all I know, I could be dead right now.
creatures
This could
of
be hell.
metal, creatures of metal and
Yeah,
bone.
but
This place is weird.
yeah.
Ah!
Oh,
You hear, the,
Yep.
you hear a sound of
Definitely in hell.
That bird's still alive.
You guys ascend another.
Russell.
You guys ascend another level up, and in this area, like 4 corners are left of the building, kind of like a big busted irregular diamond in the center of the floor. Center of the floor is open that all the chains are pouring through, and like a lot of the floor remains up here. You can see that there's like torn up carpet. There's some bodies strewn about. And roll perception checks. Okay, Edgar. Okay, so Edgar, you see that there is there's a motion in the darkness. Wilton as well. You can see that there's a motion. It's not really that dark. You know, there's another floor above it casting a bit more of a shadow, but it's like dim light. And you can see something like move behind like a desk and like a pile of chairs. And you catch slightly gleaming in the blue light the edge of a large black beak.
Like a giant one?
Yeah, probably like a foot and a half long beak, pretty big beak.
Well, yeah.
Booker,
this,
there's no fucking.
this is your territory.
Yeah, Booker, you're just fucking standing there, talk to it.
Yeah, Birdman, let's go.
I don't speak bird.
Yeah, you do. You fucking speak nature. There you go. Say something. Say we come in peace. We're not here to harm nothing.
Are you making noise?
We're done burning forests down. Now we're trying to recreate them. That's why we're fucking trees. That's why you're half man, half tree. That's what we're doing. We're just trying to repopulate the forest.
Are we up there with?
Can I walk up to the bird?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to it with I guess I don't really know what I have on me. I guess some rations in my hand.
Okay, you start walking out with some food in your hand, and everybody, you guys hear like kind of like a scrambling in the back of the room. It's like a frightened deer stuck in like a subway or something like that. I don't know, but it just starts like kicking, and you see like some things like roll across the floor, like a skull, a piece of wood, like a table leg, and you see it like rolls and ends up on the ground on like the other side of the pile of desks. And you see that it's got like these 2 pink pale eyes, and it's a huge crow with 4 legs.
Can I give it the eyeball that Russell Crowe gave me a long time ago?
Yes.
I give it to it. I offer it.
Reach out the eyeball. So the bird, you see, it goes. "Ah!" And leans in and kind of like cocks its head jerkily from side to side as it comes around. It's moving its beak as if it's sniffing. And it goes and it snatches the eyeball quickly from your hand. Quickly but gently. And it takes a few steps back and it drops the eye on the floor and it like nuzzles it for a second and then it pinches it in half so all the jelly comes out and it starts slurping it up.
Oh, look, Wilton made a friend.
Can I is Russell Crowe with us?
The birds are not here.
The bird's
Oh,
not
no.
here. Okay.
Oh shit.
That's fine. That is fine. Can I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna try to pet its beak. Like put my hand on its beak.
You're gonna lose a
gently
hand.
like that.
Yeah,
All right,
I was about to say, about to be like, Edgar, I think Wilton's about to lose his hand. It's gonna be hilarious.
Roll a handle animal.
I have a +2 to that too. Woo! Rolling great tonight.
You always
Damn,
are, you
Wilton.
piece of shit.
Okay.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
3 18s in a row.
As you reach out, it's actually like it leans into your hand. Like as you're reaching out, it moves its head like towards your hand. It's still like licking this up on the floor, and you can see it's got like a big blue tongue, and its tongue is like licking the jelly on the floor with a bunch of dust and dirt and shit like that. It's on the carpet. But yeah, it leans into your hand and kind of like moves its head so that you're like scratching on the back of its neck.
Beautiful. How big was this bird again?
This bird is like 7 feet long and like several feet tall. It has a pair of big wings folded up against its back, and it's got 4 legs.
Wilton,
Would I be able to ride this?
I was gonna ask that.
Like, if it were to fly, could I jump on its back? Like, is it big enough to support a human?
Yeah, might.
Wilton, see if we can all ride
okay.
it. That's what I was gonna say.
It's the Eagles from Lord of the Rings.
I'm gonna give it some water too.
All right, you offer it some water. It as when it smells the water, it just pulls back.
Dude, Wilton, try your tree water.
Oh yeah, I do have that tree water.
Try
I
that.
think it looks water. I think it was blood.
I'm gonna try the tree water.
It goes up to the well, as you pull out the tree water, it doesn't show any interest. It just kind of like looks quizzically at you, like cocking its head.
I think it wants blood, Wilton.
Well, cut yourself and get. I guess you're poisonous, huh?
Yeah. I'm poisonous too. Don't question it.
Such a beautiful, majestic creature we have here. It's
As you say that, it turns its head towards you and it goes, ah, 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 and it spreads out its wings into like a 12-foot wingspan and just slams them down on the ground. A bunch of dust kicks up and it just begins circling the room.
we have to get it.
God damn it,
we have to
Daigle.
get it. It's a fucking monster. This thing is fucking insane. I'm in hell. I'm fucking dead. You're dead with me. Fuck you guys. We gotta get out of here. Let's fucking kill it.
And the as you're screaming at it, it is circling and going like higher up. It like weaves in between the chains deftly, and it's going like higher up towards the ceiling. And you hear it as it goes further up, like another like 3, 4, 5 floors, and goes shit.
It's guys, it's fleeing from us. We have no issues unless it swoops back down, picks us up like a worm.
Wilton, there's no chance that's your crow, right? Like no chance.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know how many crows are going around saying fuck though.
Here in
I know
Edinburgh,
yours likes to say fucking shit quite a bit.
in Edinburgh, all crows yell fuck instead of
Crap. You know, right? You're fucking 2 peas in a pod. You both have bird brains. Can't you fucking talk to it? Trying to pick us up.
I was trying. I'm just gonna start climbing. Is there anything else on this floor actually? Before we because I know it's all dusty and shit now.
Ooh, go ahead and do
We're
a
probably
check.
getting choked out, but let's see. Nice, 19.
Well, we're looking at the fucking roll chart here right now. You do like online rolls, and he's just got
Dude,
18,
Wilton's
18,
doing-
19. All
Well,
of
and you're
them.
doing all the stuff
Bang
for
it.
right now. We're just
Bang
gonna
it.
leave all the rolling to you.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
So,
Did you
yeah,
fuck with it?
He's mod.
looking around the room, there is something that catches your eye. There are there's a bunch of bones on the floors, and then like scraps of old desks and chairs and shit that are in here. There is an area where there's kind of like a pile of bodies, and you can see a few sandbags, and you can see up against the wall, there's this body that's laying with its head like leaning up against the wall, and right in front of it is a bow with a silver string, and the front of it seems to be intricately carved.
Oh shit.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna go grab it.
Can I search the other bodies? You said it was multiple bodies, right? I want to go ahead and dig around. Let me see if I can find a new weapon.
Do you know how many?
I just
weapons?
have a dual knife, dual iron knife. That's all I got on me.
It's got the wackest.
Yeah,
knife in the
it's
world,
this.
always
It's
has.
yeah, that's the same fucking knife. I think I've had.
The
It
rusty
has
knife you
it's
started off
rusted
with
and it has a made in
fucking
China
more
stamp
deep.
on it.
He's never
I'm
tried
hoping-
sharpening it. He's had it for fucking half a year, I think. He's never tried
It
sharpening
was
it.
mass produced.
I'm hoping that
the
fucking
quality is not
by
great.
next season, Edgar has like a fucking bandolier.
That's
of
what I
knives.
need, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and search these bodies, see if I can find something more useful.
Okay.
I guess I'll search also.
Is there anything written on the bow, or is it just carved sexy?
So looking on the bow, you can see that there's a kind of like a double helix type spiral like carved into the wood of the bow, and it meets at the center at this like a ball, like a blue ball. And you do see that there are some little things carved into it, but you can't tell if they're just like symbols or if it's like words or something like that. If it is words, you can't understand it, but it seems to just be like detail carvings, you know.
Nice.
Edgar, that's a 14 altogether, right?
I am.
I guess
Yeah,
that was kind of a useless question for me to ask anyway, because I can't fucking read anyway.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't read it anyway. You can't tell what it says at all.
It's just speaks.
It doesn't look like other writing you can't read, I guess.
What does it say?
Okay, Edgar. Oh shit. Highs or lows?
Low.
All right. Edgar, you find on the ground there is a old dusty pistol.
Ooh. Hello. What's this then?
Does
And
Bagel
also
still have
going
his?
to
Is it? There's no like.
Yes.
I guess I wouldn't be able
I
to
find
tell
nothing.
what the ammo looked like, huh?
Oh, I got that gun. I have that rifle.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that.
So yeah, you find a pistol there, and yeah, as you look it over, you can see that this one has like a couple of buttons, and the top slides back. Its hilt seems to be made out of something light, or its handle seems to be made out of something light.
All right, I guess I'm just gonna take this and threaten people with it because I have no idea how it works. I hold it sideways and I point it randomly.
And John, yeah, you don't manage to find anything up here.
Man, I ain't found shit.
Don't get discouraged, John. I put my hand on his shoulder. It's like, there's plenty of more floors. I look up.
Damn it. There's like no stairs around here. Like, what the fuck?
I don't think we really looked around. I think we just started climbing. We've been fucked up. We get all the way to the top and there's an elevator. Fucking Trent comes at him.
Look, how many floors? So where are we at? Like the 10th floor, you said?
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
many
you
floors are
guys
there?
went up from the 10th floor. You guys are like the 12th or 13th floor now. And it looks like you're not halfway
All
yet.
right, let's just keep going.
Okay. Well, it's
This episode's just going to be
Keep
called
on
Floors
keeping on.
because we're not doing
You hear more cawing in the
ladders.
distance. Fuck! Ah! But
I'm coming for you.
you can see the shadow of that as you're climbing and like looking up, you can see kind of just like a silhouette form of that crow creature flying around the hazy lights in the ceiling. As you guys begin to climb, you go up another like 4 or 5 floors past ones that have like almost no floor attached to the wall. One with just a very small corner, and there's like a skeleton like hanging on to the edge of the corner.
Is it moving?
Like hanging on for dear life.
It looks like it's hanging on for dear life, but it isn't moving.
Can I grab like some rubble, like a little piece of rubble, and just kind of chuck it at it and try to wake it up? Like just a little piece to kind of like.
Sure, yeah, you can lean over to the edge of the building and you pick up like a chunk of drywall.
All right, Kyle.
Just chuck it at it.
Okay, yeah. So you hit it.
Wake up! You need help there. Since I'm dead now, and we're fucking in hell. You can talk, right?
It turns.
You need help?
It turns its head around to you, and you see it like open its mouth. It's like,
Yeah, just fucking drop. I'll catch ya. Just fucking drop. Go ahead. I'll catch ya.
do a persuasion.
You're gonna fucking miss it.
Okay, so it looks back to the wall, and it looks to you, and it looks back to its hands, and you can see that it's like the bones of its hands are kind of like trembling against the floor a little bit, and it just kind of like shoves itself back off of the wall. It shoves itself back off of the wall and like is like turning midair towards you with its arms up.
Did I really catch it?
Yeah. Dexy boy.
3 or 2. Sorry, +2.
Oh, 30. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you catch it. It's pretty light. It's a human skeleton. It's only like 20 pounds or something.
Hey there. Hey there, Stan. Your name's Stan, right? You look familiar. I feel like I've seen you multiple times.
And you hear a voice in your head, and it says, "Oi, Daigle, good to see you again."
What the fuck? I throw it up against the wall. Or just a piece of it. What the fuck?
It flies out of your hands, and it hits one of the chains, and several of its ribs break apart, and it like tries grasping up at the chains, but just starts stumbling between
You
the.
fucking do that! You fucking do that to a man! Who the fuck are you? Huh?
What the fuck, man?
Hang on, how are you gonna kill
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He said
Nobody
my
else
name.
heard that.
Why
said my
did you
name.
ask to catch it if you were just gonna throw it? What the fuck, man?
You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that.
What? The
He said
bones
my
break
name.
against the wall?
He said my name. Dumb.
What?
John's not your
He
name.
didn't talk at all. I didn't say your name.
Eagle.
I did.
Roll an insanity check. roll a wisdom save. Okay, you're good.
I pinch Edgar really hard on the hand.
Ow! What the fuck was that for?
Just to make sure I'm not dreaming.
Yeah, if you're dreaming, we're all dreaming. Idiot.
Fuck. What the fuck? This thing's real, right? No, we're only coming. Oh, fuck.
Shit!
Are we getting closer to it? I keep climbing up.
Yeah,
Just keep
as
going.
do I.
I keep climbing too.
You guys begin going higher and higher into the room. Now the temperature, it feels like a warm summer day as you've gone like past the halfway point. Looking down at the ground now, it's hard to imagine like how long these chains really must be. Like even the one that fell to the ground, it's like hard to imagine that that was an entire chain or a section of a chain or whatever the fuck it was. And it's like intense vertigo. It's like fucking 200 and something feet down you're looking now. As you arrive to a level where it's like it looks like the entire floor is just broke almost in half. There's like a third of the floor all up against one wall that's still there, and you see like a line of urinals and toilets.
Hey, do you guys remember that one day Bertold kicked us out because we were yelling "fuck the Gilmores"? No offense, John. And we ended up drinking on that
What?
hill. I remember the sun beating down on my neck and getting right before I puked
I
in my
understand
soup.
it, but fuck you, dude.
I said no offense.
In the most respectful way possible. Fuck the Gilmores.
Anyways, the point is, this reminds me of that day. Sun beating on my neck, puking in mine and Wilton's boots. On the boots.
Kind of glad I didn't know you then. Fuck. You puking in each other's boots? What the hell?
And not
Kind of a
intentionally.
tradition.
We took off our boots on the hill.
Suck.
We took off our boots and felt the grass on our feet. Okay, it was nice. All right, don't make it seem weird. It was a nice memory.
You guys hear, as you guys are talking about this, you hear like a jostling of the chains from a bit above you. You see a couple of the chains shaking as like a figure comes sliding down in a trench coat and a leather hat. And It's
Can I
a
jump on the
large
platform?
figure. The person's probably like 7.5 feet tall. And yeah, you can go onto the platform. As he's like swinging down, Wilton jumps over to the platform. And it lands down on the platform. And you can see that there's like thick black hair coming out from the edges of the boots. You see for a moment before it swings its cloak over its leg again, and walks over to one of the urinals and spreads its legs, and you hear it pissing against the wall.
What is it peeing in?
I'm gonna join Wilton.
Is that a vase? Who hangs
Can I go
vases
up
on the wall?
Can I go up to the urinal and start peeing too?
Yeah,
Like not like right next to him, but maybe like 2 apart.
yeah.
You're
I'm
the
just
guy.
gonna hide.
You're not gonna be one of those guys.
I'm gonna try to conceal myself.
You start peeing in one of the urinals 2 down from it, and it turns the guy turns over to look at you, and
I look at him.
its face is like entirely like almost covered in hair, and it has a weird short nose where you can see like almost up its nostrils, and it has like big teeth, and it's basically looking into the face of like a gorilla or an ape.
How's it going, man?
He says, "Can't complain. New here?
Yeah, what is this place?
Yeah, God if I know.
How long you been here?
Too long." He says, "I don't count anymore. I just watch the dust get thicker." Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any gold, would you?
I got 2 silver.
Silver's garbage metal. Useless.
Let me ask my boys. Hey, do you guys have any gold?
You guys are like hiding. John and Daigle are like hiding up against the wall.
Who's asking? I look at the hairy guy. Sup, Harry Busey?
He says,
What do you need gold for?
you know, man, everybody gets by with a little help from their friends.
Where are we?
He says, no, of course, I need gold to eat, dummy. You know, like food, gold.
Are you eat gold? What do you shit?
He says, what do you eat?
Food? I don't know.
You look over in one of the toilets, and it looks like a coiled, sticky mass of gold in one of the toilets.
Daigle, get that.
What?
You're the shit expert.
Do you have no idea where we are? Are we somewhere outside of reality, or reality as we know it? Because this doesn't feel real.
He says, He says, I thought something like that. He says, this place is strange. Doesn't seem like the Terra. Doesn't smell right. It's too warm. Oddly, no plants. No jungle. Where the hell are my people?
How long
I try
have you
not to
been?
think about things like these. It's been too many years. He says, it's been so many years since I've seen anybody who can actually fucking talk. All the skeletons.
How did you end up here?
I don't know. He says, well, seen this place out in the middle of the jungle one of the days. I'm hunting. Got my cloak on. I've got my boomstick. I'm looking for prey. I catch the scent of a doe. I'm running. I'm moving quick. I see her. I see her white tail. I fire. I miss. And it leaps and it disappears midair. I stand there for a moment and try to refocus my eyes. Something big, black, just like a flat wall right there in the middle of the forest. I walk up. I touch it. I'm in a room. Everything's metal. I'm running from freaking robots. You know what robots are, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you know what robots are. I set
Yeah.
that away from the shadows.
You have to be living under a rock to not know what a robot is, right?
We make robots. Of course we know.
I make it into some kind of laboratory. Next thing I know, I'm in here. And my freaking amulet's gone.
Amulet.
He says, yeah, look. He holds up this chain, and you can see at the end of the chain, there's like this link that looks like it was attached to something. It has like these two round cusps on the outside of it. And
So you're robbed.
he says, maybe. He says, this is a little worse than being robbed.
Were you up at the top?
He says, yeah, I've been to the top.
Is there anything up there
Is
worthwhile?
there any way out?
He says, there's a bunch of freaking clouds full of voices. He says, I tried touching them. I heard screaming. Just everyone, no, no. In the voices of people I haven't seen for a long time.
Okay, Dago, you
Where were
might
you
be right.
getting-
We might be dead.
Where were you getting
I
gold at?
told you that. You're going to be like I'm fucking crazy. I'm right.
How strong are you? You think you can carry all of us? If I give you a piece of gold, will you carry us to the top? It seems a lot faster. You came down here at a Hulk-like speed. Don't ask me what a Hulk is.
He says, yeah, I could probably take one of you.
Huh.
I could carry one of you on my back easy. Yeah.
Anybody want to go ahead and scout it out?
I mean, Edgar, you're the slowest climber.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it. I'll give him one of my pieces of gold.
Is
And
that
you
a
got the
good
best
shit?
dice.
He takes the gold and he like bites it like he's testing that it's gold, and then he like nods his head and then he like starts eating the gold. And you can just hear like this. You can hear this like squeaky metallic shrieking inside of his mouth as he eats it. He's like, not bad, not bad. Someone watered that one down though. You want to check your sources. Got a little bit of nickel in there.
I start climbing on his back. It's like, hey, what do you guys use as currency?
Just like gold can't do
He
worse.
says, well, back home we use gold, but here I have to eat it. Because nothing else quite hits the spot. It's hard to explain. And he just starts like grabbing on the chains and just like swinging up. And Edgar and the monkey man are just like fucking flying up towards the ceiling.
What's your
Gonna
name,
start
by the
climbing
way?
again.
I start climbing again. Yeah,
Yeah.
I asked him what his name is. Hey, what's your name?
double time.
He says, Drexel.
Drexel. My name's Edgar. Nice to meet you.
He says, nice to meet you too. He says, you seem like a nice lad. You seem like a good young fella. And
People get raped.
he says, he says, I know I don't look like I used to. I caught my reflection in a mirror, and hope it doesn't frighten you.
Nah, I've seen a lot of things, mainly in my dreams, but you're not that frightening. Very handsome fella. I pet his head.
He says, yeah. Well, thank you. That means a lot to me, lad. And yeah, he doubles up his pace a bit. So now you guys are like following back. You're probably going about like a third of the pace. So at the time that Edgar reaches up to the ceiling, the raven is sitting, or the giant four-legged raven thing is sitting on a perch. There's actually just like a metal bar against the wall, and it's like covered in bird shit, and it's like sitting on that big perch up there with the giant white bird shits all along on it in a line, and on the floors below you can see just piles of it too. And
We could see this too as we're climbing, right?
yeah, as you're climbing, you guys begin to see it. You can see that there's like no floors like at all. Like as you start reaching like the upper part of this chamber, all the floors are completely obliterated, so that there's like nothing except for a few of these big iron bars that go against the walls, and those are about like 5 or 10 feet away from, the chains. And you can see that there is another large bird that's sitting on the other side. It's got white markings and brown feathers and a short, sharp, downward hooking beak, and it's also got the pale pink eyes, 4 legs as well.
Okay, seriously, Wilton, I think those are your birds.
It goes.
I tried what we fucking did wrong in life. But where's the hell that fucking join us bird's cage? What the fuck did we do wrong?
So Edgar, at this height, like as you see your friends approaching from down below, you're standing there with him, and he says to you, "I'm gonna head down. This place gives me the fucking creeps." He says, "I hope you get what you're looking for, and if you don't, there's always some space on floor 24 if you're trying to take a nap or whatever. Yeah, I'll see you for eternity." And he drops down the chamber and just begins like sliding down the chains.
Can I question him as he's going down, or?
Yeah, you can try to catch him as he goes down. That's funny. And
I just question him. Question it. I just want to ask.
Yeah, you can try to ask him a question or stop him or whatever. But
hey, man. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hold on though. Yeah, so Edgar, up here at the top, you're beginning to sweat. It's like probably over 100 degrees where you're standing now, or where you're hanging on to the chain, actually. The swirling nexus of blue and purple smoke is now right above your head, and the light is like fairly bright. It's like if you were just inches away from the horizon during sunset.
Time to go where no gnome's ever gone before. I'm gonna stick my face in it.
Lead with your face.
Okay, so you guys look and you see like Edgar Nolan climb up towards the edge, and he just like he pulls himself up and sticks his face into the cloud, and you see it just suck him in.
I'm going to witness God's bosom, fellas.
He's edging, all right.
Yep, and we'll get back to you in a minute.
Oh shit, Edgar!
Oh, you mean Deadgar? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, so you guys are going up. The Gorilla Man is passing by. His trench coat and leather hat are fluttering as he flies downward epically.
Hey, man, take me up!
He says, "What?"
Take me up!
He says, "No, I'm not going back up there. That place makes me feel weird."
Yeah, but it must be real weird. Look like a Gorilla Man. I'd feel weird too.
You got gold?
What are you talking about? I am gold. I'll tell you a sexy story if you take me up.
He says, so he starts scratching his chin. He says, He says, if I take you up real gentle like, will you write it down for me?
I don't know if I'm going to, but whatever gets me to the top, mate, man.
Okay. He opens up his cloak and he pulls out like a feathered pen and a little thing of ink and a little notebook, and he hands it to you.
I wrote as fast as I can.
Yeah. He puts you on his back and spins you around so that you're like facing away from him, and he like you feel a big rope gets like tied around your waist, like it just flies over you, and then you hear him like tying a knot in the front, and he pulls it like really tight around your waist. Says, now you better write me a good story. So I'm gonna need it for later. He says, this place freaks me out.
I start writing down stuff, and then I end as we're going. Are we ascending?
Yeah, you're ascending. As you're ascending, just describe what you're doing and writing.
I write down a bunch of mystery stuff, and at the very end, I no longer speak to the other mercenaries at Gilbert's. Sorry, at the college.
So did you just recap the journey?
What was the name again? I forget the names.
Gilmore's Keep.
Misers.
Yeah, not Gilmore's Keep. Sorry, the college, the mercenary college.
yeah,
Misers.
Miser Speaks. Sorry. What was the two? Forget their names.
Did you tell him a sexy story? Now he's gonna get like something that isn't sexy. He's gonna be.
He shoved a sausage down someone's throat.
Oh, that's
Roll a d20, Bagel. This will just be like a dexterity roll.
You could eroticize that story. The sausage.
Oof.
So yeah, he moves slow, but still with the jostling and stuff, it's difficult to get your story down. You're able to get like a part of your story, whatever story you're writing down. As you reach the top, near the top, you see that there are those two large birds on either side, and one goes "fuck" and the other one goes "ee," and he pushes you off. He like unties you and like. For a second, you're falling through the air, but then he just like reaches down and grabs your wrist and then goes and hooks your arm through the chain and then just like lets you go. And he says, okay, would you write me?
Well, that's for you to read in privacy out there in the bathroom. That's for you, fairy fella.
He grabs it from me, like takes a little look at it, and he just like slides his things like back into his trench coat, and he says, much obliged. What's your name?
My name is Edgar. Don't forget about the story, because I'm in it. I'll be big one day.
Are you that guy's brother who went through the ceiling? Because
yeah. I'm Edgar. Yeah, we're both Edgar. We're twins. If you don't see it, there's something wrong with their eyes. But I'm just kidding. Right. I'm Edgar's brother. I'm John Gilmore. I used to be really big about these parts. This story is based on the truth of my life, and it's a part of me. So carry that with ya.
He looks you square in the eyes, and he lifts his hat up like he's like doing a little nod, and he says, "Better get me hard." And
I'll get you hard.
And he just starts dropping down the chains.
Hey, remember, I'm John Gilmore, and I'm into it. I fucking love it.
And now the other two are like fairly close behind you. They're probably just like another like 40 feet of chain behind you. And you're up here in the heat. There's sweat beading on your forehead and wetting your long hair. I'm assuming Daigle also has long hair, right?
Probably.
Yeah. And there you are, facing into the nexus of swirling purple and blue smoke overhead.
Wilton, why the hell was he yelling my name?
God damn it.
I see the guy slide past me like, what the fuck did he do? God.
Yeah, he slides past you, and as he gets like just eye level with you for a second, he tips his hat to you guys.
He's like, you dog. You disgusting creature, but you dog.
So are you waiting there, Daigle?
I'm gonna climb up to the top. I'm gonna get up into that void.
The stratosphere.
And
what are you gonna do?
That smoke. Oh, can I climb the rest up into the smoke?
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Yeah, so okay, you just go hand over hand and you put your first hand into the smoke and then the other hand goes into the smoke higher. And when that happens, you feel like a very gentle force just like pulling you up into the clouds. What? And it feels like the whole room is flipping upside down as that's happening.
Ooh.
Okay, you guys see Daigle disappear into the smoke just as you're approaching the ceiling now. The two birds. Fuck! The birds actually like fly over to Wilton and they put their like bird claws and like hang on to the chains and they both begin like nuzzling you with their heads.
I knew it.
Probably are. They are my birds then, probably. You guys are gonna go through this smoke with me or what? Hey, John. Hey, can I have
give me a ride,
John
bro.
grab? Yeah, can John like climb on the back of one of these birds and fly through with it?
You can try to, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna climb.
Fly through with them. You guys are gonna try to fly through with the birds. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I call the Falcon. That one knows me better.
Okay, I'm gonna go on Russell Crowe. Then.
I don't even know if Russell Crowe likes me. We haven't been around each other much.
So these are your birds? These giant birds?
They nuzzled me.
I'm gonna very gingerly try to get onto the Falcon. Like try to touch it first, calm it.
So very soullessly.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to like just
nice.
Regard you as no harm. You reach out to touch it, and you're able to touch its soft feathers, soft brown and white feathers.
It's like, okay, buddy, you remember me? You see what Wilton's doing over there? I'm about to hop on. Get ready.
Okay, you swing over its back, and immediately, like, it just like flips its wings out and starts like flapping around. Like this is like a kind of a big open chamber since none of the floors are left, you know. So it's just like flying in circles around the chains.
I hook my hands around its neck and like put my head against its back, and I'm just like, okay, buddy, let's go.
You do the same, Wilton?
Yeah.
Okay, so this crow begins flying you up towards the ceiling. You guys are now like, you know, just flying around in circles right underneath it. It's hot as hell. There's just like rings of fucking bars and chains covered in bird shit. And you see just like now the ground, like from this high up, like maybe 300 feet up, it just looks like blackness, like down at the very base. And what do you do?
Can I guide the bird to go to the purple smoke so we can go through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Just kind of like give a pull.
Okay, tight. So like simultaneously, the two of you begin like guiding the birds upward, and in like this like fucking this like majestic kind of swan dive on these two giant birds, you just fly right up into the smoke. And as you fly up into the smoke, your bodies and the birds just kind of like separate, and the birds like fly in front of you, and you see them like shifting, like their form is just like becoming blobby, and feathers are falling off, and like claws are falling off.
We're
and
tripping.
You see them like shrink down back into the shapes of regular sized birds. You see your friends like floating up above you. You see like Edgar far in the distance and Daigle just behind him, and you two. And you guys become completely naked, and you see all the things that you were wearing and all the bags you were holding and shit like that just like floating next to you. And it's shaped just like you were. It's like it's all still in the shape that you were when you were wearing it. And you float all the way up until you come into a huge dome chamber. There is like, it's like sunlight and clouds and brightness and beauty flowing in from every window. There's painted glass that is blue and silver and green and red and all these different colors. And then there's a big white desk with like silver borders on it. You guys arrive on the floor naked next to a pile of all the things that you were wearing. And you're inside of this room. There's a couple of like nicely planted like bushes in the ground. And then there's like some potted ficus trees, you know, like money trees, like nice little indoor pottery, some jade work.
Are you meaning money trees in the literal sense? Like there's money growing on it?
No, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
like
talking
the
about.
actual. Yeah, I was just kidding. Can we try to put our clothes back on?
Yeah.
They're just like.
Boat Craig,
I'm gonna try to.
you
put
always
my,
had that fucking log? Did you have that log before you licked the tree? God damn, my man's parking.
I also would like to see if any of
Helicopter
their asses are shitty.
Wilton's helicoptering his dick right now.
Roll to examine for shit ass. No shit ass here, my
I
friend.
have no detective
I prefer my
ability.
penis helicoptering.
I was looking as well.
What are you guys doing? Just looking at each other?
yeah. I'm just gazing and looking for shit ass as well.
Wait,
I was just helicoptering my dick, and
he's
I was
rolling
just
the
rolling for it.
helicopter.
Guys, it's too bright up here. I can't see anything. Who's helicoptering over there?
I'm gonna get dressed.
I see a big ass shadow casted in front of.
Yeah, can we attempt to get dressed?
Yeah.
Careful, Boat Craig, careful around Edgar. He might try to tame that horse. God, fucking damn, my man's fucking.
As you're getting dressed, you notice that the two birds have like flown across the room, and they're just kind of like perched in a tree next to each other. In a short tree next to each other. As you guys put on the rest of your clothes, like right after whoever last pulls on the final shoe, ties the final shoelace, you hear a coughing from across the room. You hear like a
Speak. Who's there?
Show yourself.
You see from a corner of the room, which is oddly dark, the darkness just disappears for seemingly no reason. The entire room was very well lit. And you see that there's like a large chair that's across the room, and a person stands up from it. A shirtless man with a sword tied to his hip. A charming face. and golden hair.
Who are
face-
you?
Familiar?
Nisby.
Crispy.
Nisby, what the hell are you doing here, man?
As he walks around the side of the table, you see his form just kind of like twitch and reshape into the Belfort cloaked and bearded image of Hobart.
It's messing
And,
with us.
this-
Something's playing our memories
Yeah.
or something here. This doesn't seem right.
It takes a few more steps forward, and a robe seems to sprout from its back and cover it, and you see like a gnarled piece of wood in its hand as it appears to be Brent of the High Oaks. Then a black beak erupts from the center of its face, and you see the form of Black Cap in his black leathers
Son of a bitch.
before it shapes back to Nisby again.
Quit playing
says,
mind games with us.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine what you're seeing right this moment. I know it's not me. The vastness.
Who are you? I'm sorry. Did you
the
say the
vastness.
vastness? Okay.
of my being is incomprehensible.
Yeah, you're the fucking devil, aren't you?
He says, I'm no devil. He says, but my lapse is felt from the deepest recesses of the Galbrian Sea, from surface to sand to sky to beyond. He says, but you're not here looking for me in this desolate tower. You're here because of chance, perhaps, because of risk, perchance. Yet you're here because the light of the world is collapsing in upon itself in a greater way than that which befell the warring of the so-called saints. The kingdom soon unto dust, which knows not sun. And the face flickers to the face of Patricia for a moment, takes on the lithe form of her assassin's body with leathers. And then you hear her voice say, what say you now of this? Speak and let me know your minds.
It seems like you already know our minds with the shapes that you keep changing into.
Actually, that's the wrong one. Because she never talks.
Are you some kind of god?
He says,
Sorta. Who's...
He says, I'm not sure exactly what I am. I can't not meddle too much in earthly affairs. He says, but you can call me Lone Star.
He's a devil.
That raises more questions than it
Is
answers.
it? He's the fucking devil. I told you we're in hell. I told you we're in hell.
Why are all these people trapped here? I don't
He looks at-
understand.
He looks at you and he says, classic Daigle. He says, the people in this tower, he says, this tower is no devising of my own. This tower is something that somebody built to try to reach me. And this place up here, this is mine, what you've stepped into. Between the rift.
So
It says here, this dome, this is my home, and the tower touches it. I'm not sure exactly how this happened. It was sudden. Just as a man is born, once they're not in the world, and suddenly they are. That was much similar to how this tower is. And many have tried to reach me through this tower. He says, but none of them came here bearing the seed that you have.
So
I fucking knew it. Bullcrack's pregnant. I fucking knew it.
somebody created a beacon to you. It sounds like a bunch of babble. We're just gonna go ahead and call this tower Babble. 'Cause this just sounds like a bunch of nonsense.
Well, okay.
What do you know what can you tell us of the trees?
He says, the trees.
Right?
Yes. He says, they have sprouted. Good. I felt their presence. Are they looking good? Are they healthy? Are they growing tall?
Yeah, I licked one.
He says, I know you did. I felt you.
Just right here.
He says,
Did it feel good?
He says, those seeds are mine. They came from me. I made them. Those are the horizon seeds. There used to be more of them. He says, but as I felt the darkness happening and the moving of the relics, I knew it was time to send more. It feels as if Your people are in peril. Humanity.
Well, you're not wrong. Some shit going on down, well, I'd say down there because we just climbed a tower, but in Medenvard, if we can get back there, that'd be nice. There's, well, someone in particular I need to stop from doing any more evil.
He turns into a grizzly, short, red-bearded man with an eye patch. And,
Who the hell is this guy?
oh, what'd you just say, John? I'm sorry, I missed the last part.
That was Edgar talking.
Oh, sorry, Edgar. God damn it.
No,
He
I
said-
was
he
just
said,
like,
who the hell is this guy?
who the hell is this guy? Like, just like, because he keeps turning into people we know, and I don't
Oh no,
recognize.
he meant before that.
Yeah, before that.
Oh, I said, yeah, there's, bad shit going on down there or in Medenvard, and it'd be nice to get back because we got some work to do. I got some people to stop.
He says, all right. Of course, you'll be going back to Medenvard. Of this, I am certain.
All right, now he's
Why
trying
are you
to,
trying to fucking molest us? I'm tired of this.
so why? So you're gonna release us from this babbling tower? What about everybody else?
He turns into the shape of a big lizard man in a purple robe.
I get ready to
and,
fight it.
And he says, yes, he says, I will release you back to where you came. Of course I will. He says, now that you're here in my domain, that's about all I can do is send you back. But first, I would like to proposition you. For sex.
Nah.
I'm just kidding.
We don't return sexual favors.
Just like Butters. Are
Just-
you going to
just think
rape
about
us?
the boundaries.
Supposed to. Both crooks
No.
down for it.
He says, well, how much do you know of the saints?
Very little, but I'm more interested in Severin than the rest of them.
I mean, I learned when I was younger, had to, but I really have forgotten a lot.
He says, well, how much
Not
do
a
you
damn
know
thing.
how much do you happen to know of their relics?
Nothing.
He says, okay.
Are we gonna get legendary weapons?
He says, each of the relics was a gift. Something I made here, where the veil touches your planet. He says, well, there were 4 of them, given to 4 of the most promising men of their time. True heroes, I thought. Few of them really were. But not their sons and daughters. As for the objects, my names for them are unimportant, long forgotten. But you may recognize humankind's name for them in your histories. The Stone Wield, the Book of Roads, Fleshbinder, Panacea, Asilamana. They travel upon their own path through time. They are the same place today that they have always been in history. It's hard to comprehend. It's difficult to tell whether or not their movement through space alters history, or if it's the other way around. But their locations are consistent at every moment through all of time. As they move through any moment of time, they move through each other moment. It's a control mechanism, and some of my best work, but perhaps the biggest folly a being such as myself could ever have created. And I believe that much of this trouble of Medenvard is my fault, and I'd like you to help me destroy them.
Is there anything you can give us that help us be better equipped for this task? I mean, if you haven't noticed, we've been kind of half-assing our weaponry here.
He says, there's very little I can offer you, but one thing I can. He says, you must understand, I cannot meddle too far, but since this has already been discovered in your world, and the time that you will be arriving, you can have this. And he hands a book to you.
What is this?
He says, you will find that it has no title, bears no title, and needs none. It is the description for a solitary technique. It is known as sympathy. He says, and reading this book, you will discover it. You will find that regardless of your literacy or what language you read, you will find this book reveals all of its secrets to you.
I was going to say that's a bold move, considering most of us don't read. Note me, I'm the only one that's illiterate here.
I mean,
Professionally, yes.
There's only one of us here that can't.
Yeah, but basically any of us can read it. I think,
Even,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just when Wilton sees it, he sees cave pictures, like drawings.
It's just like when Wilton looks at it, it's just like the words are just like words in your head. I mean, you're like looking at the symbols on the page. It's like it feels like you can read for the first time in your life because you're looking at all these words and you're just like reading them aloud in your head. You know.
Think of like one of those videos where it's a deaf person, they hear their mom for the first time.
Yeah.
And they get it.
That's wonderful.
It's always the first line.
The kid signs at her. I knew you were gonna sound like a Karen.
So yeah, he hands you the book and he says, I mean, he says, do you have any questions about the relics, about this job? He says, I know this must be a lot for you, and I'm sorry for this. And as he says that, he turns into a naked, one-eyed prostitute.
What's
with a bunch of shells tied into her hair like Ariel. Huh?
Go ahead.
That's a bit distracting.
No, I was gonna say what's gonna happen to Brent of the High Oak since he was turned into that seed and we kind of used him to get to where we're at.
He says that is actually a bit of a problem. He says, well, Brent is gone forever. You've absorbed him.
Oh, nice, good. I was gonna kill him anyway.
He's now a part of you. He's a part of your body. He's a part of the seed that is... What actually happened to the seed? I know that it's gone.
We put it on some sort of...
Both transferred it like he does all of them.
Not really sure what it was.
Back.
He says, it was... What happened? You put it where?
On this, like, device of some sort.
And the device did what?
Brought us to the tower. And from the tower, we climbed the chains into the smoke. And then from there, here we are.
So it consumed the seed?
I believe so. Well, I don't know. It could still be there. I'm not there.
Oh.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, well, no, I sense it. It is gone.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. Yes.
He says, I can feel a disturbance in your flesh, Wilton. He says, Brent of the High Oak is gone. Some of his residual life force is still within you. And I can feel you as if you have an anchor to the tower below this place. He says, I do not believe your flesh will be able to leave here.
How do I make it so I can leave here?
Are you saying Wilton can't leave the tower?
He says, I might be able to, yes, I know what I can do. He says, I could extract you, right? Take you right out of your body, put you into one of your friends' bodies for a while, till you could find a new one.
The fuck?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo.
I'd get volunteers. There's no way I'm gonna have bone crog in me.
Can I go into one of my birds?
How about this? How about temporarily we put Bone Crag's mind in Sean's body?
Fuck
That
off.
way. See, I knew you'd be down with the idea, so I feel like we should do that. They're two peas in a pod. There's no way it would work out anyway.
He says, we cannot. He says, I would attach you to one of these birds, but I cannot. For you are not a bird, and the bird, it's impossible. It's impossible for me to get the bird. He says, there's no way that we can know if the bird should accept you wholeheartedly into its being. And that is what a person must do for me to attach you to them.
Does it have to be a living being? Can we like put him in this and I show you the dull knife that I have?
He says, no. He says, we wouldn't be able to attach him to an object unless the object was prepared to hold a human soul. And I've seen these before, but
Mister, whatever the fuck do they call you?
How long
How long do we have to have this man fucking how long would we have to have in the host?
He turns into a hunchbacked guy with a big handlebar mustache and a cane.
Who the fuck are these guys?
And he starts like stroking his mustache, and he says, that's. Wait, would you ask him? I'm sorry.
How long must this host serve this creature?
How long what?
How long does Bone Crag have to live in the host before we can find a proper body for him?
He says, well, you're going to have to find a body where the person isn't using it anymore.
So we just fucking murder somebody.
Well, that's one way to do it.
I'll volunteer.
He says,
I volunteer.
I will, of course, keep your body safe here until a time in which you can return. You can have your body back.
Don't molest it.
he just looks at you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he winks, and he says,
No promises.
I said don't molest it.
he just winks
Right,
again.
who am I going into?
So he's going
I
in.
volunteer.
Alright.
If Bone Crag's going to be inside of anybody, he's going to be inside of me.
I wouldn't have
Won't you say
expected
me,
that.
Bone Crag?
Before,
I'm just kidding. We can go, Edgar.
Wilton disappears into Dago, I'd like to give him a hug and whisper, "Were you shitting in his bed?"
It wasn't me.
I just push him off and go, "God damn it."
That magic moment.
I give my birds a kiss on the top of their heads too.
Oh. All right, so you kiss your birds.
I want to give Wilton a hug too. We're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get you a body.
He's going to a safe place. But this is temporal. You're only renting.
Don't pick up any of his
Hey, I walk up to Daigle
swashbuckling ways.
and I put my hand on his shoulder. If you fuck any women, it's gonna be a 3-way no matter what.
You're not society. I will say, Bone Crag. I don't know quite how this works, but I'm in clean mind. I'm very healthy. You will not fuck me up if anything happens. It's on you. You don't fucking trust that. I could have despised you, to be honest. But you saved my life. You're there for me. I try to be there for you.
The fuck about me? I saved your life twice.
Oh, come on, Dago. You're not that healthy. You drink way more than us.
I'm a healthy man.
If anything, he's going to fucking help you.
I'm as healthy as a horse. Ask horse boy over here. He knows how
An
healthy I am.
alcoholic horse. Yeah.
I'd outlive 20 of his horses. Ain't that right, Edgar?
Do I get to keep my
You only
free powers?
You only outlived our horse. You've only outlived the horses because they burned up at Miser or at.
Yeah, you're bad.
He says,
Don't
he
worry.
says to you, he says, so he turns into like a tall, stately guy with like a flat top buzz cut and like these golden shoulder pads and a big white cloak, and he's got like chiseled abs, and he looks down to you, and he says, you'll have to bind yourself to another tree. He says, but you'll have, he says, but you should see them. In this age that I'm dropping you off, the trees are absolutely massive. Can be seen from almost any point in Medenvard.
Age? Wait, are you dropping us in the future?
He says, in a way, yes, exactly.
Is that much time gone by since we've been here? Or are we leaping?
He says, now what I'm going to do, he says, after we have your friend Wilton safely in the body of your friend Daigle, I'm going to remove your anchors to time, and then I'm going to drop you into a point which you may refer to as the future. Yes.
Is this some kind of alternate timeline thing?
How many years
I guess it doesn't matter.
from when we left?
He like leans over towards his desk and he like flicks through a stack of papers like with his thumb, and then he looks back and he's like, about 2,500.
Holy,
What the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
Well,
Give or
boy,
take.
Everybody,
Then everyone's
everybody we
gone.
know is dead.
any friends we had are long gone.
He says, he says, maybe not.
Well, I thought it was still too late to shag Patricia. Not that I was trying to, but there's always options open. What are you doing to us? You're ruining our lives. What if we had family and children? You son of a bitch.
He says, I am very sorry, and I hope that you will be able to return to them someday, and that when you do, the world will be a far better place.
Well, I bet. I bet for you, right?
He says, but also I do know you have no wives and children.
I son of a bitch, you call me.
Hey, that you know of.
But maybe in a better world you could have.
You're
Look,
right.
Look,
You're right.
Bone Star.
You're
I
right.
want to know exactly where we go. Are we going in the future? You said, or for sure the
yeah.
future? I didn't know if you said. I jumped ahead.
Said
I jumped the
2,500
gun.
years.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I kind of jumped the gun there because I said we're going into the future. I didn't even think about the past.
Very well. Perhaps you'd like to know more of what you seek when you get there. He says, well, it will be a dangerous place. You'll see immediately. It is a dangerous place. I cannot sugarcoat it. But you are well. You guys are well equipped for this, I believe. The things you'll be looking for, of course, are the relics of the so-called saints. The stone wield is a red stone ring with golden engravings. It has the power to raise forests, purify land, fertilize fields, and quicken the growth of livestock tenfold. It was given to the elder Belfour. The Book of Roads, a book of soft gold with pages of silver. The pages are blank, of course, but they fill with any directions or maps that the reader requests, and does so in the language they can read. If they cannot read, the directions still make themselves known. Pages can infinitely be removed from the book without depleting it. Fleshbinder. This was given to Malmute. Purple metal corkscrew. It absorbs blood, lightning, fire, magma, ice, other matter in a state of flux. Blood can be used to imbue man with the characteristics of beasts. And flux matter can alter the composition of armor or weapons, imbuing them with, suppose you'd call it magic. It requires binding by blood to be used, holding its master responsible for all that it creates. It can also remove curses of the blood.
And when he says curses of the blood, he like winks over at you, Daigle.
What are you talking about?
He says,
Curse?
"Penis."
You think of-
Oh yeah, now's the time to ask about that.
Yeah. What's up with that
Are you
birthday?
talking about this finger one, Nick? This just makes me all of a sudden sleepy. It makes me a bad man. It makes me not give a shit about most people, especially the people in my party. I apologize for everything I've ever not done for y'all, but it's because this thing on me, Nick, it makes me just a selfish lover. It makes me all kinds of things, right? That's kind of that, right? You can get rid of that.
He says, I'm sorry to tell you this, Daigle, but that's just you. But this,
Do it.
But I will tell you this. It is an ancient symbol. It is a blood rite, a bone pact taken on by a certain priesthood of ancient times. I will say that you've met other people of this, with this same marking, and it is absolutely ancient, passed down from generation to generation. I've seen much of your life, but this is obscured for me. I do not know when or how or from who you acquired this. He says, but I do know that out of all the jobs you possibly could have had as on this world, a sin eater is absolutely perfect because you actually can eat sin with the mark like this. And it's reportedly able to add to your longevity.
I don't know what you're saying. You're just a man. Am I dead? Am I dead? Can you just tell us if we're dead or not?
He's telling you you're adding on years to your life as well as weight to your pocket when you've been sin eating over years.
That's because I'm healthy and I eat carrots.
So are you telling us all the relics are going to be in this timeline, this era that you're sending us to?
He says, yes, they're actually in your era too, but trying to acquire them at this time in your own time period would be suicide, absolute suicide.
So we're going somewhere where it's simpler out of all the.
I believe we still
Alternate.
have one relic to find out about.
He says there are actually two more. There's Panacea, which was given to Rictus, a diamond eye with a sky blue iris. Cures all wounds and disease and renders the wearer immortal from all but the violence of direct force. He says that is how the old man Rictus lived for so long after the Saints' Wars. Until he was murdered by his son, of course.
What?
Not cool, man.
And then there was a Silamana given to Severn. It's a black cloak with red trim. Whoever wears it can enter the minds of others to chase away their nightmares and heal their trauma. It can cure all ailments of the mind, several of the soul. It can also bless other cloaks, giving them this ability to a lesser degree. It is powered by feeding on the dark energy of humankind's mind, actually inspired by the mark of Uthveld and Nisby. And it is always hungry. Its master must always exercise great caution with it.
I take it people have used it wrongly in the past. The
Yes.
Severin themselves.
Every single one of these artifacts has been used wrongly in the past, either privatized for personal gains, or held up to the throat of another, or binding the flesh of the unwielding, revealing the holes in a man's defenses. All of them have been used entirely improperly, when they could have brought man from the brink of devastation to a new salvation and to a greater society. They've been used for everything but.
Oh no.
Is that how
That sounds
Orin
like
was
something.
controlling his pigmen? He did wear a black cloak.
Oh, Black Cap.
God forgive me if I acquire all these and put them to a more just use.
What?
Is there,
I don't
How
know.
about I acquire all these? And how about I put them to a more just use? I'll make sure that these things, these items of magic, will be put to a better use there.
No, they cannot be trusted with man. I know this. This is why I must be able to trust you that you will help me destroy them. What you need to do is you need to bring the artifacts and place them within the trees. There are 5 trees in Medenvard, and each one of them is able to consume one of the artifacts.
Sounds good. But back to what I was saying before Daigle rudely interrupted.
You're
Is,
welcome.
Black Cap, did he use it? Severance.
He says, no. He says, I do know for a fact that he does not possess the Cloak of Severn. At your time, he may in another time, but the thing is, at some point between your time and future time, he has disappeared from my purview, but also not died. And I'm not sure exactly how this has happened.
well, anything that severs the ties of Severn's bonds to any timeline, I'm happy to oblige with. So I'll be happy to, as much as it pains me that I can't use that cloak for my own well-doing in these lands, I'll help you destroy it. If it gets
I'll
me
help
one-
you too.
It gets me one step closer to my ultimate goal.
He says, well, of course it will. He says, actually, if we're able to do this, they will have never existed.
Which means
There will
Our
be no
entire
cult
history
of,
will be different.
there will be no cult of Severn.
you're telling us that we can change Medenvard for the better?
He says,
They're
I
supposed to
believe.
be-
He says, I believe so. He says, I'm almost certain that if they are destroyed and had never existed, that it will alter the course of history in a way that the darkness can be shorn from your realm. At least the
Edgar.
worst of it.
There's a large part that you may never exist. Are you down for that?
I mean, we have to. Doesn't matter what happens to us.
Does it?
Whatever happens is our cross the bear. I don't know if that has any meaning in this type of universe. Because that cross the bear thing is a Christian thing. Side note. So wait, it's our cross the bear.
tells
Pay for
you,
yourself.
no, don't fear this. He says, I promise you. He says, you will not fall into non-existence. He says, I can surely find a place for you if you no longer are tethered to your own realm. He says, I'm sure we can find something.
How about one with a lab and no restrictions on experiments?
So you know your objective. You know what you're looking for. He said, I've given you their descriptions, what they can do. Each of them undoubtedly will be protected. And you know where to take them when you find them. He says, so I wish you the best of luck. He said, I can send you with everything you have now. And Wilton, if you're ready, I can bind you to Daigle.
Do it. What of my effects though? What happens with all my stuff?
Someone will have to carry it. I don't know.
You can split it up.
It'll,
So there's
All I
nothing
care
you-
about is my bow and
What about your birds?
Burbs.
Bones crack.
I'll
I'll caught
you
you.
guys watch them. The bird
Well, they
doesn't
might
like
still know
bagels,
you're in
so-
there. Animals are pretty smart.
I despise you quite a bit, but Bone Crag, but I respect you on the surface. You've always been there for me when I didn't need you, but I appreciate it. I'm gonna help carry you for this once.
I'm never gonna hear the end of it. That's for sure.
Oh, no, you won't. Oh, guess what? You're giving me so much silver bars. It's gonna be funny.
Weldon, say goodbye to that hammer you have in your pants. You won't see it again.
Stop lying. You're you're a hog man in itself.
I helicoptered my cock one last time.
I do it.
So,
Are you sure? I know you're scarred up, but are you sure not part pig man?
as you're facing each other and Wilton is helicoptering his cock in front of you, Lone Star reaches out and touches you each on like the backs of your heads.
I said, don't molest us.
And as that's happening, oddly, Wilton doesn't stop helicoptering his cock. And so you see Lone Star's feet swell really big, like to elephant feet size, and then that shape squeezes in on itself and kind of forces this big lump that goes through his whole body until it goes all the way to his hands. And his hands just expand over your guys' entire heads into this dome. And then his hands unravel from both sides, and Wilton's body falls to the ground. And Wilton, you are now looking out from inside of Daigle's eyes.
Nice. Can he hear me? Can everybody else hear me, or can he just hear my?
Are you
thoughts?
talking?
Yeah, if I talk, can other people hear me, or is it just?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
talking through my
You
mouth.
have to talk. You have to talk.
Is there something cool where their eyes switch from each other's eyes every time one talks? Because that'd be kind of cool.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Sure. What color are your
How do we
eyes?
know
Daigle?
who's-
Blue-eyed? Or
Shit, I just blue eyes, I guess. I don't know. Fucking
I don't know, man.
Well, and what's your shit, Brown?
roll for it.
Yeah, I
I
just
mean-
go brown.
They're not purple anymore.
Nah,
That
because
went
he's
with
no
the
longer
body.
a tree.
I'm
I
not
was gonna
bonded
say,
with the tree anymore.
All right, Wilton, give it a whirl. Let's hear you.
Thank you.
Hello, friends.
Well, that's creepy. That's creepy.
As your voice leaves Daigle's mouth, the crow comes and lands on your on the shoulder, and it turns towards Daigle's face. So Daigle and you're both looking at this crow's face, looking right into your eyes, and it just
Fuck
goes,
off! Fuck off, you pest!
"Oh shit!"
That's okay, little buddy.
Oh, it's
I-
bipolar.
I nudge John. I was like, "This is gonna be weird as fuck."
Lone Star leans back, and you see him do a little fist pump. He goes "Yes."
Yeah, this is gonna
What
be
you
real
doing,
weird.
you fucking freak?
I feel
It worked.
bad for one of them goes to jacket.
Perfect alignment. Even the animals
right.
can't tell the difference.
Lone Star.
Daigle will start getting tired. I'm like, don't worry, buddy. I'll take
So when
over for you.
Lone Star. When we do find a body, how do we get him into the body?
Oh, he'll know what to do.
What do
So
we do, Wilton?
I'm guessing.
I'm imagining like a Scooby-Doo situation where we're just gonna fling the souls.
Where what?
You know, in like the live action Scooby-Doo one where they're in the cave and they're like everybody's souls get mixed up into the wrong body.
Oh, yeah.
I'm imagining like you guys are gonna have to pull my soul out and just fling me into a body. I want to take over like a high official though. That'd be
We're going to
cool.
put you in a pig man.
Yeah, I know. We're 100% going to throw you into a random fucking straggler with one arm. You can easily hold this guy down and just shove him down his
You're gonna find another one-armed duelist and fucking
This is not in my character, but be like, hey, Lokar, glad to see you're still around. Go touch that tree real quick.
put him in low card.
Yes.
That's out of character. That's
He
out of
already,
character.
has
John wouldn't do that.
He already has the brand. So, Lone Star, another question. There's, you sure there's nothing you can do for us? Maybe any type of weaponry? Nothing you can aid us
He
with?
says every person you've ever been to since you started your mercenary career, you've asked, is there more? Is there something more I can have? And he says, really, truly, I wish I could offer you more. But I think you will find the secrets in that book to be quite helpful. And I cannot offer too much because, I mean, it's basically destroyed my gifts have basically destroyed your world. No, I can't give anymore. They must be destroyed. They
Well,
should
you never made a brothel for us.
Well,
But you didn't make it as a gift to Ada's though.
I made it as
That's what
a
I
gift
said.
to aid mankind.
Edgar, I
But you
guess we
can
got
make
two
it as
books to
a
read
new
now.
gift to
Oh, yeah.
Ada's in our quest to destroy your previous gifts.
Always reading. It's always reading. That's what we always
You gotta figure out how to make one of them their robots, and whatever's in that book. Can't wait to see.
He says, I can't. He said, there's nothing, I cannot.
Fair.
Very well. We'll read your books.
He says, I'll need to tether you back. I'll need to tether you to your new time. He says, what to do? Untie your shoes.
Okay.
Jeez. Well, I mean,
Tether them.
you're the divine one.
You guys
Doesn't
untie your
Daigle
shoes?
just wear
Yeah,
sandals?
we're untying our shoes.
Daigle's just got sandals. He goes over
No,
to.
I got boots. I'm pretty
got
sure I got
boots.
boots.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got boots. He doesn't wear sandals. Fucking sandals.
I really thought this guy was
With
walking around with
socks.
sandals this whole time, like
What?
Birkenstock.
No.
He had
Oh,
sandals,
yeah.
but he
I had
doesn't
in the
have them anymore.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
In the very
Um,
beginning, yes.
So so you guys undo your shoelaces, and he goes down and he gets all of your shoelaces, and he begins to tie them together. He ties all the shoelaces together, and he pulls them out really far. They seem to stretch further than the shoelaces would normally, almost like bits of rubber.
You're
and,
a fucking punk.
You see, he touches the floor, and out from the floor rises a sphere. It's a mostly blue sphere with some patches of green and brown and gray upon it.
I like it.
And he pulls it up, and then he spins it, and it goes super fast. And it goes so fast you can see that like these green and brown portions are like shifting across its surface. And he like stops it with his finger suddenly, and then he just takes like the wad of shoelaces, and you guys are being like now dragged towards this orb, and he presses it to the side of the orb over one of the land masses, and suddenly you guys are just sucked down by your shoes and flying through space, and you land softly on a bed of moss with a muggy atmosphere about your head. It's pretty similar to what you had experienced at the top of your climb of the chains. There's like a dim kind of blue light, and it is very muggy. and warm, and you can hear the sounds of crickets chirping or something like crickets. It's very loud. And you can see that there is some smoke rising in the distance. And against the sky are these gigantic, magnificent blue and purple trees whose branches reach for probably miles across.